Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy, and this is the 7th race of the 2019 FIA Manufacturers Cup Season 2. And today we are on Maggiore West 2. And looking at the lobby, see a few names I recognize: J.K.U. Willis, Nibble, Speedster Setsuki. Who else we got in here? DA 1976, Vicious New Yorker, and Share 20. Raced with all these guys before. Probably a few more I've raced before, but those are ones I've raced close with in the past. So let's get on to qualifying. Let's see how we did there. All right, heading into the qualification here. So I ran like a low 129 in the test lobby. Nothing super fast or super exciting. I just couldn't seem to get down to the 128s. I mean, if you looked at my best sectors, I should have been able to do a 128, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't put it all together. So a little nervous. I'm thinking, don't know if I'm gonna do too hot in the qualifying today. Plus, I'm in the Lexus. You know, she's got good top end, but she's not too crafty through the corners. So hoping just to, you know, get on those old apexes and put the gas pedal down as soon as I can to keep all these little Porsches off my rear end in this very curvy track. So here I'm just burning a little fuel and getting ready for my first banker lap. I want to put in, like I said, my goal is always to put in a top 10 qualifying time on my first lap. Not the best lap on the grid, but just top 10. So I want to avoid penalties, drive a clean second lap, and you know, just do my darndest to, you know, put myself in decent position so when I go to do my fast lap, then I'm not as stressed out because I'm easily stressed out when you know, I get nervous, you know, palms get a little sweaty, you know, you don't want that to happen. So if you put in that first good lap, it kind of calms you down a little bit, brings you down to earth, you know, and lets you drive a little smoother, so you're not pushing so hard. Because when you start pushing, that's when you really start messing things up. So I really need a good corner here to get the lap started. And I do okay. Rick Stevenson is in front of me. He looks like he's got pretty good pace, so I'm not too worried about him. I got Share 20 behind me. I was racing with him before. He's a pretty clean guy, so I'm not too worried about him either. And so I want to brake right about there, get in on the apex and add the gas right there before I get off. Not bad. Hit it in the low 90s. You can take that corner about 100. I'm just not real good at it. Get on the brakes there at the end of the curbing, get over to the left. Probably could have got a little more over the left and on the gas a little bit earlier, but not bad. I want to get on that curb a little bit more there so I can get on the gas a little bit earlier. But again, we're going top 10. We're not trying to push all the limits of the track. So let off here, get on that curb, get back on. Probably should have came a little further inside there so I could have pressed on the pedal all the way through. I think that has some kind of off-camber section there, because if you get off to the left, it's just cannot get back on your line. Got on the gas pretty good in the hairpin in third gear there, so it came out pretty good. And looks like I'm moving in on Rick Stevenson a little bit. Like I said, catching up to him a tiny bit here. So try and just keep it to the floor through this section, which I was doing really good in practicing, but for whatever reason I kind of lost it near the end. I don't know what happened to me, but I just kind of lost the rhythm of it. But did it pretty well right there, so I was pretty happy about that. Now here you want to get on your brakes and get all the way to the inside. Get on that curb. I did not, so I'm not going to have a very good exit right here. And I didn't. Got on the gas a little bit late, a little bit slow, so could have knocked some more time off right there. So head through here, and I put in a 130.84. Not terrible. I mean, I'm in P1 right now, but that's not going to hold up for very long. As you can see, STR Sosa comes through, who I mess up later on in qualification, so I want to apologize to STR. It was one of those weird, like, when two people are coming through a door and neither of you can figure out which way to go. I kind of had that situation with him. It was right around up here, not too far, as you're heading down towards the hairpin. I was going to go left, but it looked like he wanted to go left, so I started to go back right, then he went right, then I went to the middle, and he hit me, and I was like, crap. So anyway, apologies for that, Sosa. But he ended up with that nice P1. So he got the pole position, and I ended up with, I believe I started in P5. So we'll roll to the end of qualification so we can see where everyone finishes. All right, so here we're coming in the end of, I guess you would call it the out lap before I want to start my qualification lap. I burned off a decent amount of fuel, about a quarter of a tank, so the car should be a little bit lighter. Try and get outside here so I can make a nice run. Not a very good exit on that corner. I probably should be about 4 or 5 miles an hour faster right through there, but so not the best run onto the straight to start my hot lap. But that's okay. The car's light, so hopefully it'll accelerate a little bit faster than we did on lap 2. Again, come through here, get on the brakes. Not too bad, like I said, down in the 90s again. I really can be a little bit faster through there, and I failed to do that once again. And as you can see, J.K. Willis and Vicious New Yorker put in better lap times than I did there in the beginning section of the qualification. So I'm hoping maybe I can jump up here into the second or third. I don't know. You know, Vicious is only a tenth in front of me, so might be able to make up that tenth. I've got the gentleman here in P9, and I think it's a BMW, and looks like he's putting pretty good pace now. So I'm hoping maybe I can grab a little bit of his slipstream and use that to my advantage. He's not slowing me up, not slowing me down or anything. He's putting in looks like a pretty good lap here. Again, want to just hold it all the way through here. I didn't quite get in far left as I wanted to, and went too wide, got loose, and got sucked off the track. R.I.P. Greddy. Yes, bury me, folks. I died the death. So I did the honorable thing, and I got off the course so I wouldn't get in anyone's way, and watched everyone in their glory as they came in and qualified. So that's pretty close to how the starting grid turned out. Not bad. I mean, I started in top 5. I can't complain about that at all. You know, the Lexus isn't the best car for this track, so I'm really looking like I told myself I'd be really happy with the top 10 at the end of this. If I finished in P8 and I had a really good time racing, and that's what I wanted to do, and I'd walk away with that happy. I'm not gonna be able to race the race on Wednesday, so this is my last race of the Manufacturer Series. So I just really want to go and have a good time out there today. You know, I got the yard cut today. I went out for a little run. I was feeling pretty good. Sat down at the old PlayStation, and I was pretty pumped about this race. I was pretty excited. So let's move on to the start and see how the race turned out. So looking there at the tires, not looking too hot with 2 laps to go. I'm a little concerned, to be honest with you. My brake balance is set at -2 because I figure for the 6 lap stint I can go -2 and probably get away with it. And now I'm beginning to think maybe I should have went -3. Not much I can do about it right now. I mean, I could flip over and move it back a little bit, and but I'm feeling like when I go into some of these corners, the rear end's getting loose on me, and I don't want it to get too much looser and swing out and cause me issues. So I'm gonna push on forward here. They got 3 wide up ahead going into this corner, and oh, someone gets pushed a little bit to the inside there. Vicious New Yorker. Does he get the penalty? Does not look like it. So maybe because there was a little bit of contact, the game was kind to him and did not give him a penalty. Not sure, but he's lucky. But some really hardcore racing going up there in front of us. So I'm kind of sitting back here, kind of enjoying the race from this position. And coming around, looks like Vicious New Yorker gets all over the line a little bit, and he grabs a penalty, and so does Bad Coal Boys. So hey, I'm thinking 2 positions I might be able to pick up right here. Not too shabby. And Bad Coal Boys heads into the pits early, looking for that undercut. He has the Porsche, so he can go in there. It's going to be pretty good on the tires. So maybe a pretty good strategy for him to go into the pit early, get that undercut, come back out on fresher tires than everybody else, pull some seconds off maybe, and then hop in a slipstream, and no telling what'll happen. So interesting. We'll see how that works out at the end of the race. So as we head down here towards the long straight before the hairpin, Bad Coal Boys and it wasn't Bad Coal Boys that went to the pit. Oh, my bad. It must have been. Oh, there's JKU Willis. Oh well, whoever went in. We'll see. We'll see how it ends up. So we got a half-second penalty in front of me, and the half-second penalties aren't nearly as bad as the full-second penalties. The full-second ones, you may as well just drop an anchor and just hang out because they are just brutal. So it does pull him back a little bit. I give him a couple flashes of my lights here to let him know I'm not going to try and overtake him here, so that he doesn't do anything silly. Concentrate on his curves, and hopefully I can jump into a slipstream right here. I don't know if he saw it or not. I don't even know if he was looking at his rearview mirror, but I gave him a couple flashes. So I want to get on the brakes here early, get back on this apex on this corner, get on this curbing, do it not bad at all. For having my worn tires, you can see my right front is pretty much toast. Heading into the pits. So at the pit stop, I'm coming in on 6. I'm thinking I really need to adjust my brake balance, and I hate fooling with the controls while I'm driving on a course that has just constant curves like this one. So I come out of the pits. We'll see how I look here. Get past by the cow coming into the corner. Get down to the inside, and these folks are going to stay out an extra lap. So I'm not sure if any of these are no lappers. I don't think they are. But they are definitely staying out for 1 extra lap here, and I guess they're going to try and have a faster latter half. So usually the undercut is what folks go for, not the overcut, unless you're in the lead and you just want to try and come out when there is just open space or something like that. At least that's how I do it. As you can see here, I came out in traffic, so if I'd have stayed out 1 more lap, I'll probably come out in a little more cleaner space. So get on the gas really nice here coming out the corner, get right in that GTR slipstream. I'm making a good run on him, so I get over the side. He gets over to, I assume, get out of my way. Nicely done, clean racing. He'll hop back in my slipstream here. I should be able to take this full out and make it through there very nicely. No penalties, which is the most important part. Get her down in third, try and get on that apex and get back on that gas. So there's STR Sosa in the pits, our leader. Bad Coal Boys is also heading into the pits. JKU Willis coming out. And let's see what our order looks like as we come past pit lane. So I'm currently sitting in 4th, but there you go. there's Bad Coal Boys with that 1 second penalty. So I guess he was in the pits, and for whatever reason, the game had kind of a little glitch there. Something showed him in front of us, even though he was hanging out in the pits. But so I know that I've got an opportunity to overtake him here in the zone, because that 1 second penalty, like I said, is pretty brutal. And he will be slowing down enough that I'll be able to overtake him. So want to get good exits out of these corners. Just keep it smooth, keep it clean. Get off the gas, get on the curbing there, get back on. I want to get on some of this white curbing there. I keep missing it. I wasn't doing that corner very good all day. But I want to drop the anchor here at the end of the yellow curbing, get down to third gear. I needed to get way tighter on that apex of that corner, but I didn't. But decent enough exit that I know I'm going to get by him here. Now, he has 1 lap fresher tires, and he's in a Porsche. So I know it won't be long before he's back on my rear bumper. Plus, like I said, we have about the same pace, and so he's going to have a little bit of the advantage just with this track. And I'm not going to try and fool myself. I know that he will be back soon. So all I can do is just stay clean. Maybe he gets another penalty. Maybe the guys in front of me start racking up penalties. Maybe they start racing each other. You never know. So I always try to stay in the race, keep my head in the race, keep my head down, plow forward. Now, here I am behind Vicious New Yorker, and we have been keeping kind of about this gap the whole race. So I'm not real certain that I'm going to ever pull on him and start to reel him in. I'm hoping that maybe he's going to push through tires more so than I will, and might be able to make a run on the later stint. But again, I'm in P4 here. Like I said, if I get a P5, I'm elated. If I get top 8, once again happy with that. As you see in my rearview mirror, there's a Bad Coal Boys already back. So didn't take him long to run me down through the corners with his Porsche on fresh tires. Now, my lap times all been pretty consistent. You see 131, 133, 133, 133. Here another 131 coming out the pit. Nothing to write home about, folks. These are not blazingly fast lap times. It just amazes me how much the tire wear affects your ability to drive on the course, my ability to drive on the course. You do the practice lobbies where you have unlimited tire wear, and man, you can just go so much faster. I almost wish they would reduce the tire wear and maybe do something with fuel, to where you just have to pit because you need fuel or something like that, and then you just throw on fresh tires anyway. I enjoy racing on fresh tires more than I do on these completely worn out things, where you're just kind of sliding and pushing all over the place. Just not as enjoyable. It's not as much fun. And damn it, GT Sport, that's why we're here. We're here for fun. But maybe some guys enjoy all the tire wear. I don't know. No telling. So let's skip on over to lap 11. See what happens there. So here we are at the end of lap 11, start of lap 12, and as you can see, I've reeled in Vicious New York a little bit. I'm about 1.1 seconds behind him. Not too much farther up in front of him is JKU Willis. And then right behind me on my tail is Bad Coal Boys. So, I mean, this is really shaping up and be kind of an exciting end. I'm pretty excited about it. I've enjoyed racing all these guys so far in the race. So, if it continues this way to the end, I'm excited about it. This is the whole point of the race, is to actually have a good time and try and make passes or get past or whatever. And so, here I am looking forward to the end of the race. There's a potential for me to grab another position. Also try to maybe hold off Bad Coal Boys with a lap to go. There's no telling. So get on the brakes a little bit early there, because I know Vicious is probably struggling on his tires, and I didn't want to punt him. He gets loose into the sand, saves it. Amazing job by Vicious right there. Bad Coal Boys also backed off, not to murder anyone. Great job by him as well. So I get in on the bumper here, Vicious, and I let off the gas a little bit because I don't want to send it right here in this section with the worn tires. No telling what's going to happen. And Vicious goes wide, and I'm thinking, this is my chance to make the move on Vicious. So I get down to third. I'm trying to get on this apex. He takes it really well right there. That holds me off. So now I'm going to try and get down the inside on this apex. he is hitting those brakes, trying to keep those tires just hugging in there. And I'm thinking maybe I'll get him on the straight right here. So again, he gets just a hair wide, barely misses the wall, holds on to it, pushing that BMW to the limits. So heading into corner one, I'm like, I'm gonna try him on the inside and see what happens. And I hope come off the brakes. He gives me room. I get on the brakes, and also Bad Cold Boys comes through, and then he makes a double pass. He passes me and Vicious New Yorker. So and then I get just I'm in his dirty air, and it's just I don't see the corner well, and I get a penalty. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Anyway, good clean passing. So Vicious New Yorker is about to get his spot back, minus Bad Cold Boys, who's just basically running off into the distance with his one lap pressure tires on his Porsche. But that's all right. That's okay. We don't hate Porsches. We just hate Porsches because they have better tire wear than we do. That mid-engine, rear-engine, whatever you want to call it, I guess you can just really accelerate nicely out of the corners and those things. But so there I go. Get out of the racing line, lose my second, and jump back in line here behind Big Red 9. So I'm in P6. Like I said, if I get in the top 8, I'm excited. I'm happy. The race isn't over. There's no telling. I know that Vicious New Yorker's tires are pretty worn out. I'm sure Big Red probably maybe having the same issues. Make up a little bit of ground right here. I get into the grass. Luckily, don't fly off the track. Hang on to it. And it looks like I'm coming through for P6. Ambitious gets loose again, but does not miss the wall this time. So that really sucks for him. But I will take the gifted 5th position. So, what a race. What a good race, man. I really enjoyed that race. Appreciate it, JKU Willis, Bad Cold Boys, Big Red, 3 Big and however you say your name, and Vicious New Yorker. I mean, I thought they all raced really fair, clean race, and I really enjoyed it. Congrats to STR Sosa, and again, apologies for getting in your way during qualifying. Was not my intention. I was trying to get out of your way. But so this wraps up season 2 of the Manufacturers Cup. I mean, I did better. My placement should be better this year than it was last year. I should be somewhere in the 200s. So I think last time I was like 358 or something like that. So improved there. There we go. I got 650 points. And once again, folks, you're looking at him, the fastest driver for Lexus. Geauxgreddy, the fastest for Lexus. That's right. Making it rain. So anyway. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching the video. All the folks that I raced with, I like to do a live stream when I can. Kind of just depends on what the family's doing, or I'll do a replay and add commentary. If you enjoy that, please hit the like button and subscribe. And, I don't know, next time you race with me, it'll just pop up in your video thing. You won't have to come searching for my horribly spelled Geauxgreddy name, because I'm sure everyone calls me Geauxgreddy. So it's all good. Long story there, but so once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Y'all have a good evening.